Hi viewers, I am Dr. Sajini Velayathan, clinical psychologist. Yesterday we have dealt with how to study. Today we are going to deal with memory, how to memorize. So before going into the subject, how to memorize, we should have a better understanding about what memory is. What is memory? Memory is the ability to store information and when a person needs it, it's a capacity to retrieve that information. For exam, it's easier when you understand the structure of the memory. It's almost similar to the structure of a computer. In psychology, the concept we can't see the concept, but only we can understand the concept. Memory has three stages. When we are exposed to an information, the first stage of the memory is sensory memory, taking information through the senses. That means our eyes, our ears, our gustatory, that means skin, nose, and taste. Okay, through different senses, the information enter into our memory. And it is the first stage of the memory, that is sensory memory, where the information will stay only for a few fraction of second. So whatever entering into that stage of memory will just goes off. The second stage of memory is called short-term memory, where the information will stay for a few seconds. That's 15 to 30 seconds. For example, when you remember a phone number, it is a sensory memory. Just trying to listen to a phone number and just saying it out. That is sensory memory. Or for when we memorize an ingredient and putting, for example, 2 spoons of sugar in a tea. So your mother is saying, just put 2 spoons of sugar in a tea. So following to that instruction, we are listening to that and we are just doing it. So that is uh, shorter memory. Very few seconds that will stay. So in order to memorize, we have to have better strategies to remember whatever informations we are getting through these senses. So we have the memory is the function of the brain, and different people have different capacity to memorize. So the capacity of the memory differs from people to people. Some people just seeing a visual itself, they will understand it, and it is easier for them to memorize. So it is very important that through rehearsals we can keep informations in the next stage of memory, that is called long term memory. That's a permanent in a person. uh, the memories from his childhood is staying in his long term memory. If you are retrieving an information that you had in your past, is from long term memory. For example, if you say, can you remember an incident happened in your first standard? So you remember, you memorize and just reproducing an incident, what happened in your first standard, is a memory you are retrieving from the long term memory. Retrieving means taking the information back from that storage. So these are the three storages we have in our memory. So better understanding about this storage will help you to learn and to use strategies accordingly to remember. So maybe most of us very carelessly study, or without understanding the concept we will study, or without giving or having without using strategies to memorize, we learn our portions. So what happens? We will forget in the next week. So people will have complaints like, so when I went and wrote the exam, I actually studied, but I didn't remember anything while writing my exam. But if you have done it in a better understanding way and using memory strategies, you won't forget your portions or whatever you are supposed to write. So the rehearsals are very important to remember the portions you are covering in your exams. Not only that, another important fact is that you will forget 75% you will forget the 75% of the information you are taking into these storages. So, memory strategies and rehearsals are very important to memorize, and with the cues all the information which is getting into the long term memory will we can retrieve it. And exam questions are the cues which helps us to retrieve all the informations which has gone into our long term memory. So in the next video I will come up with some of the techniques how to memorize the informations we have learned while studying our subjects. Okay, till then, bye right now.